Okay, so we talked a little bit before about the idea of importing video. Basically, if you're going to do a project, it's nice to just import the clips that you want to use, and you have easy access to all those clips. And when you import those clips, they're going to go down here into your lower left-hand corner of your screen, and all you have to do to get to those clips is go up to File and Import. So just click on that, and you're going to go to your data drive, because let's say that you were going to go into this edit stock footage folder where there's a bunch of video, and you're going to go into this bundle of nerves. You're going to go in that inside, and here's some footage inside here. Let's say that you want all of these clips. All you have to do is highlight them, then come down here to the import button, click it, and you're going to see that Adobe is going to just put them all inside this little area. You can see here your project is named Example Project. All of your video files are right here. Now all you have to do is double click one of them, and it will appear up here where you can watch it. You can double click it, you can drag them up there, whichever you're more comfortable with. Okay, so now you can see here, this is in the list view. If you don't like that, you can come down here to your lower left-hand corner down here, and you can click it over into the icon view if you'd like to be able to see the actual video files. The list view allows you to see more. The icon view allows you to see less, but you can see as a visual reference to what it is you shot. Now this little doohickey here is going to raise or increase the size of your icon if you want it to get bigger. Now what's kind of neat about this is that you can scrub around inside these little icons like this. You don't necessarily have to pull them up into here and then move around up in here. What you can do is just hover over them. You don't have to even click on them. You just hover over them, and you can actually see what's happening in the clip. So that's kind of nice in Premiere. So the difference here between the media browser and importing files, I'm going to go back to the list view, which I kind of prefer. Here's the difference between importing into your project area versus your media browser. Again, remember, your project area is going to show you only the clips that you imported into your project for your use. The media browser is going to show you every single thing on your hard drive. If you're going to create a project, a lot of times you're going to wind up with different video that you've shot over a number of days. You're going to have music, you're going to have sound effects, you're going to have graphics, you'll have all kinds of things. And if you wind up with just tons of video, if you say you have 50, 60 different pieces of video in there, you can see you're going to wind up having quite a mess, especially if you look inside your media browser. You may scroll down to your Block 3 folder, and you've got all this stuff in here, and it's just hard to see sometimes, because if you look inside, say, let's go down to Walker folder. Inside, we're going to go to Data. We're going to go inside Walker folder, if we can find the Walker folder. Here it is. And you can see there's just all kinds of stuff that I have inside my Walker folder, and it looks very unorganized. It's in alphabetical order, but it's still kind of difficult because I don't have that area inside my folder very well organized. Now you can see Art Show in the Hallways. This was just filled with different files, and some of these are fairly organized on that front. But if you go over here to your import area, now we just imported all the different files from this haunted house film. Well, what you can do is create a little folder, what they call a bin, B-I-N, by pressing this button here and creating a new bin. What I'm going to do is just call this, we'll just call this raw video. And what you can do is just highlight all of these clips, pull them right down there, and now you have a folder inside your area here called raw video. You just hit the triangle and you can open it up and look at it. Now let's say you want to get your music. So I'm going to come down here and once again I'm going to import. So I'm going to import here, and I know that I've got some songs inside my Walker folder, so I'm going to come down here and I'm going to find my songs folder. Whole bunch of songs in here. I'm going to come over here and hit import, and now they're all in here. Okay, well you can see, now let's say I'm going to import, let's say that I'm going to go down in here, back to the edit stock. Let's say we're going to go to, how about the bully stuff? I think it's buried down in here. Okay, here's the shots from In the House. Now I've got all these shots. Okay, so I'm importing these. So you can see now how everything looks pretty messy, right? And if you go back to your icon view, you're going to see that, you know, there's the video very clearly. Here's the songs. They're just a waveform icon, but still things are looking kind of messy. So what you can do over here is, again, go back, make a bin. I'm going to make one that just says simply songs or music or whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to highlight all of my songs using my command button. I'm just going to pull that into the songs folder. Shut it up. Then I have some other video, and I'm going to hit the new bin button again, and I'm going to call this whatever, other video, and I'm going to highlight all of these, and I'm going to put it in here. So now I've got a nice organized area instead of looking at something like this. So if you like this, you're just doing some quick thing and you just need a quick reference to a clip, it's kind of handy to use. But if you're doing an extensive project where you don't want to lose track of your files, you know, because from day to day you can forget where you put things, really the way to go is to go in and import clips and create little individual bins for them, so that if you're away from your project over a weekend and you come back on Monday, you don't have to sit and wonder where inside your media browser you put a file, because they're all organized inside your project. So that's really the big difference between, you know, the idea of importing files and using your media browser.